And Connor, I know you've been here before baseball season. I think it was last year.
Yep.
Had you on, and Carter, your first visit here to
Yes, sir.
the studio. So once again, thank y'all for being here, and also thank everyone out there for tuning in. And guys, Carter, I know you went to the middle school basketball game tonight at Anderson County. Norris Middle? How did that game go?
It was a pretty close game right up there till the end, and Jacksboro went on a lead and won it by 8, I think.
Mm-hmm. And your brother plays for Norris, right?
Yes, sir.
And are y'all Tennessee fans?
Yeah.
Somewhat. I mean, they're probably my second favorite team in the NCAA. Personally, I'm a Duke fan.
You a Duke?
Yep.
Dookie?
Yep.
Okay. I know some of your teammates went to the game this season. Is that right?
Yep, they did.
So they're seeing a good game right now. Tennessee's up 70-64. I don't know if y'all been following it or not, but Tennessee was down 8 at halftime, and a while Florida was up by about 12 at least. So Tennessee's up by 6 now, so that's good. Like 2:36 to go in the game, so it was definitely raining threes. I think Tennessee had 10 three-pointers, like 10 of 19, and Florida was 8 of 22 at one point. So both teams really shooting the threes. I know you guys like to shoot the three ball.
Oh, yeah.
And Carter as well.
Yes, sir.
So Carter, just go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone, and tell me what position you play and what grade you're in.
I'm a sophomore, and I came from Clinton Middle. I play point guard.
Okay, and I know you've got some starts this year at the point guard position.
Yes, sir.
As a sophomore, how does that make you feel to be a starter?
It was nerve-wracking at first, and now it's just kind of second nature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought you had your best game, maybe the team's best game, the first half against Scott last Friday, and you were really shooting the three ball well that night. Let's talk about that. And
warm-ups, I was like, I ain't gonna shoot it much tonight, but I had a few kickouts, and I was like, well, Wallace always says if you're open, shoot them. So started letting them fly.
Right, and so you mentioned you was at Clinton Middle. You played there
3 years.
Mm-hmm. So how did you end up at how'd you end up at Anderson County?
I started out at Andersonville, which is right down the road from Anderson County, all the way through elementary school, and transferred my 5th grade year. And just kind of wanted to be back where I started. So.
Mm-hmm. So you played with all the boys. I guess you were a 6th grader when the seniors for Clinton, Garner,
Yes,
Thagerson, Bright,
yep.
Morgan, Harrison, all those boys.
Yes,
you played with them as a 6th grader, right?
Right.
Pretty some successful teams. Played for Coach James Jones. So I'm sure Coach Wallace was glad to get you at Anderson County.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So let's get another update on the game here. The ball 70-66, a minute 30 to play. So who's your favorite team, Carter? I seen you had a Oregon lanyard on when you came in.
Yeah, I watch them every now and again. I don't really have a favorite team, though. If I had to choose, though, it'd probably be either Kentucky or Tennessee.
Okay, yeah.
Big rivalry, but.
Right. No, Kentucky's playing some pretty good basketball. They only lost to Mississippi, or they won last night in overtime, Mississippi State, and lost to Auburn over the weekend. But Auburn's #1. They could have won that game.
Yeah.
And your Duke Blue Devils are.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I mean, they beat all the good teams and then seem to lose to an unranked team.
Uh-huh. So, Connor, if you would introduce yourself, tell everyone what position you play, and
I'm Connor Martin, and I'm a senior, and I play basically the 2 through 5, just depending on what they need me to do.
and how tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
6'5", okay. You still growing?
Hopefully. I mean, a couple more, a little bit taller would never hurt.
And Connor has signed a basketball scholarship with the Trevica Nazarene out of Nashville, and congratulations on that,
Thank
Connor.
you.
And if you would go ahead and talk about that process, how you came to decide on Trevica, and
Well, to start off with, the recruiting process is pretty stressful, and I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but it just so happened that they were interested in me, and it just really seemed like the right fit. Kind of clicked, and I kind of knew whenever I went down there the first time that it was a place for me.
and did you have any other suitors there?
I had a few other interests, but I mean, as soon as I got the first offer, I pretty much took it immediately. I mean, over the weekend, as soon as I got that offer, I took it over the weekend, so there really weren't many other opportunities for coaches to really reach out after that happened.
So Connor Martin signed with Trevica Nazarene, and what division? Let's say
Division II.
Division II, and what conference do they play in?
They play in the GMAC, so it's a lot of teams in Ohio and those types of. So it's a great Midwest Atlantic Conference. I think.
So any other teams, any other schools? What's the other closest school to Trevica?
In their conference, the closest is probably Kentucky Wesleyan.
Okay.
I think that's the closest.
And who is the head coach?
Omar Mance. He was an assistant at Vandy and an assistant at Rice before he came and was a head coach at Trevica.
Oh, really? Wow, he's got pretty good experience in assistant at Vanderbilt and at Rice, D1 colleges. And both these young men, they play for Anderson County High School. They play for the Mavericks. Coach Derek Wallace, and I'm glad you guys could come down here tonight on short notice. My co-host tonight, Walter Stair, he's out. He's a little under the weather tonight, and we wish him a speedy recovery. I miss Walter and also his wife as well, sort of under the weather a little bit. Connor, I know you about a week ago you missed about 3 games. You were out, and how did that feel setting out?
It was rough having COVID first. I mean, whenever I had COVID, which it was rough the first couple of days, and then just having to sit there and not be able to be out there with my teammates and competing. I mean, that hurt even more than being able, or than being sick. Made me feel even worse.
I know you missed, I think it was 3 games.
Yep.
And Anderson County, I know, how did we fare? I know you missed the Clinton game. I know you hated to miss the game at Clinton.
Yeah, that's the one that really hurt. That's the one that stung.
And then you came back, and I know the last game you missed, I believe, was against Oliver Springs, and that was a Maverick victory. And what was the other game?
Seymour.
Yeah, Seymour.
Oh, the game at Seymour. Yeah, I think that was the first one you missed.
It was.
And Mavericks won that one as well. But I know the team really missed you, especially at the Clinton game, and
Really missed being there.
and your first game back was at Oliver Springs, and seemed like you didn't miss a beat. You came in as the the leading scorer for Anderson County. I think you're averaging about 15, 16 points a game and about 6 rebounds or so. And you had 21 points that night, I believe. So you came right back. I think the first time you first shot, made a 3-pointer, and as the voice of the Mavs, I said, "Welcome back, Connor." So how did you feel physically? Was you still in a little bit having trouble?
Well,
your breathing and all that?
Yeah, the
just,
shot. So my shot felt really good that night, and that type of stuff felt good. But I was dying out there. I mean, I could only go 2-3 minutes without feeling like I really need a break, and then started coughing like crazy every time.
I know Coach Wallace. Yeah, he was subbing you out a little bit here and there, and pacing you, and went to had a big play in that game. Oliver Springs was making a run, and it started to get really loud in that gym. And you've never been to Oliver Springs High School. It can get really loud, and Coach Wallace called a timeout and designed a play for you. You hit a big three. How'd that feel?
Oh, it felt great. I mean, giving us a chance to win that game, and ultimately we did win. So that felt really good in order to be able to execute a play and for me to make that shot. Just felt great.
Okay, and last night, Carter, ironically, you traveled to Carter High School to play the Hornets, and came out on the short end of that one. I think it was 65-46, something like that. So definitely wasn't pleased with that loss, I'm sure. And you know, the Mavericks, y'all are 11-11 so far this season, and played Carter twice. The first meeting was 60-57. That was a home game back in December, and last night the Hornets got on a little run against y'all. What was the difference last night, you think, between that game and the first game, where it was fairly close?
Probably physicality. They're definitely a physical team on defense.
And I know y'all had a pretty tough practice today. Coach Wallace, not only physically but mentally as well, and had a skull session. I told him so. So how's it going? How's the season going for you individually and as a team?
Pretty well, I think. Probably not scoring as much as I want to, but that's part of it. But team-wise, I feel like we're doing well, other than just physicality. I think that's just part that just really comes in play.
And what about you, Connor? Are you the, you know, there's only 2 seniors on the team, yourself and Brandon McGee. And Brandon, tried to get Brandon to come out tonight, but I think he went to the game.
I think he might have. Not sure.
But Brandon's the other senior, and you're a senior as well. Are you the captain of the team, or did Coach Wallace, did y'all vote on captains this year? Or?
I mean, we didn't really vote, and I mean, I just kind of took initiative to do it. I don't really know how it came to be, but just kind of did.
You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the team?
Trying to get better at it, trying to get more vocal. I feel like I've always led with my actions, but this year I'm really trying to learn to be more vocal about being a leader.
How's the season you feel going for yourself individually and as a team?
I mean, personally, I feel like it's the best season I've played at Anderson County, but I mean, I can always improve. There's always room for improvement, but it's kind of been frustrating losing some games that I thought we should have won. I mean, I think that we're starting to get it figured out. We're playing much better than we have in the past. I mean, excluding the Carter game where they just hit a lot of shots too. They hit a lot of shots that they wouldn't normally make. But I feel like we're starting to play a lot better than we have been at the beginning of the year.
You talk about that practice y'all had today. You think that's going to help y'all out a lot? I know Coach Wallace had a lot of things to say, maybe get off his chest.
Yeah, I think it
to
could.
Y'all as a team.
I think it could help a lot, just because it kind of gives everybody something to think about, and just to think about what their role is, and kind of know what to do moving forward for us to win more games.
Okay. So right now we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the evening, and our guests are Carter Nelson and Connor Martin, 2 members of the Anderson County Mavericks basketball team, and appreciate them being here. But we'll be right back to visit some more with Carter and Connor, so stick around. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Everything we do is in search of more go. If it can withstand 0 degrees, can it go -20? If it can run through 5 inches of water per hour, can it go to 6? We go. So it goes. So you can go. It's hard to stop a train.
Fox Insurance Group is a local agency. We've got a great staff. We're knowledgeable. The most rewarding thing about working in insurance is taking care of customers. When they come in, a lot of times they don't know what coverages they need. They're relying on us to give them the right coverage that's going to fit their needs, but also at a competitive price. Anybody can go to any agent or they can call any 1-800 number. But getting that right agent that's going to take care of them and be there in time of need, and that's what we're here to do.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop. Because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Train extreme conditions testing. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable heating and cooling.
Come back. All right, welcome back into the locker room chat. And my name's John Williams. Thank you for tuning in. You see the phone lines there. Call in if you have a question or comment for Connor or Carter. And looks like the Vols might win. They're up by 6, 33 seconds to play. So hopefully the Big Orange can get the win here tonight. I think it would be their third win in a row in the SEC. Is Duke playing tonight? Or?
I'm not sure. I didn't really look at their schedule today.
You need to know this now. You're a Duke fan.
I know. I didn't get a chance to look about today.
What do you think about Coach K, his final year?
I know. It's kind of sad. I mean, I think that they'll still be good next year because I think they have the #1 recruiting class coming in. So I think they'll still be good, but it's gonna be really weird seeing Duke without him.
And they've been rated pretty high this year. You think they can send Coach K out with a farewell
I hope.
tour championship?
I sure hope.
That would be pretty special, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Once March Madness rolls around. We got some scores. Chandler, we got some scores. This is from last Friday, and these are girls. Yeah, these are girls' scores here. Halls upsetting Clinton last week, 67-48. Lady Dragons came in undefeated in district play. Halls hadn't won a game, and they defeated Clinton at home by that score, 67-48. Halls is much better than their record, though. We've seen them play there at the Christmas tournament at Y'all's place, and they actually won that tournament, defeating Stone Memorial and Maryville, so they were much better than their record. And put it on the Lady Dragons, where you see the Scott Lady Highlanders defeating the Lady Mavericks in a low-scoring game, 27-24, and that was a tough loss for Coach Couples and the Lady Mavericks. Had the girls on last week, and Anderson County could have sold up second place in the district with the win against Scott, so they still have a shot, I think, this Friday when they travel to Halls to play, but that's disappointing. The loss there for the Lady Mavericks. They split this season with Scott. Oak Ridge went to Powell and won. Powell was on top of the district, so the Lady Wildcats rolled into Powell and got a 14-point win. So impressive win there for the Lady Wildcats. think they were 8-8 coming in, but they're a much better team than their record indicated. They played some tough teams in the state and outside the state. Oneida with the win over Oliver Springs. Some Bright girls still rolling along with the win over Wartburg. Central over Carnes, Cofield, Lady Yellow Jackets over Oakdale, and Midway over Rockwood. And here's some Saturday scores for the girls. You can see there. Also Monday, Campbell County over Carnes. And Hall's losing to Heritage on Monday. So after defeating Clinton, Hall's losing to Heritage. And Anderson County with the win. Lady Mavericks last night big over Carter, 53-20, and Oak Ridge all over West, 72-35. And got some boys scores, Chandler. Some more girls scores here. Campbell County over West. Cofield, Lady Yellow Jackets over North City. Oneida over Oakdale, some district games. Sunbright over Monterey. Hardin Valley over Halls by 1 point, so Halls lost their last two. Midway, the 1 point win over Wartburg, and Scott over South Doyle. Guys, y'all, what's the best girls team you've seen play this year?
Probably that I've seen play the Stone Memorial. I'd say they played really well whenever I watched them play.
Yeah. Is that what you'd say,
Yeah,
Carter?
probably the same Christmas tournament.
Y'all ever scrimmage with the girls?
Our freshmen
Freshman
did.
year, yeah.
Freshmen do? Okay. All right, see some more scores. Boys action. This was last Friday. The Dragons over Hall 64-49 as they wrapped up the district regular season. Clinton undefeated in the district. They still have to go to Scott Friday, but they have clinched the district regular season championship, and big win there for the Dragons. Or you see the Anderson County score against Scott last week. As I mentioned earlier, y'all really played an outstanding first half. You led Scott by 9 points there at a halftime and ended up losing by 9, but pretty impressive first half y'all played. And what was the difference in that, you think?
Turnovers. We had, I think, 5 or 6 in the first half, and we had 15 or 16 in the second half.
Mm-hmm. And y'all talked about that a lot today at practice, didn't you?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. So you got to value that basketball. And it was Oak Ridge over Powell last Friday. Oneida over Oliver Springs in 2 overtimes. Sunbright boys over Wartburg. And as you see, Central went over Carnes. Carnes has got a pretty good record this year, pretty good team. Coach Lee Henson. Big win there by the Bobcats in the district game. Oakdale over Cofield, and it was Rockwood by 2 over Midway. Here's some Saturday scores. Midway over Cofield. Oneida over Harriman. That was a big game there by the Indians over the Blue Devils. I know Harriman's been playing well of late. And Monday we had Campbell County over Carnes, so that's a big win by the Cougars over the Beavers. So Carnes dropping 2 in a row. Union County 1 point winners over Hancock. It was Halls, who y'all will play Friday night, 4 points winners over Heritage. And see the Carter score last night when y'all played. Hornets over Anderson County, 66-45, and Oak Ridge big over West, 86-51. So here's some more scores. Last night, Oliver Springs over Wartburg, Campbell County over Central. Hall's got a win over Seymour, and Scott as well over Cosby. It was Carnes over Powell, so the Beavers snapped that 2-game losing streak, and Oneida defeating Cofield by 11, and Kingston losing by 8 to McMinn Central. The Yellow Jackets down a little bit. Last year, I know that team went to the state tournaments, state semifinals. They are struggling a little bit this season. They lost some good seniors off that team. Also lost their head coach, Coach Naramore, not coaching them this year. But Sunbright over Sale Creek, and Union over Gibbs, and Rockwood over Greenback. So there's your scores there, and local high school basketball action as we visit here with Connor Martin and Carter Nelson. And guys, start with you, Carter. Who's the toughest team your Mavericks played this year?
Probably Clinton.
Over the Dragons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say?
I'd have to say Clinton.
Mm-hmm. And you may get another shot at them in the district tournament.
First round, I believe we have them.
Right now, I think it's pretty much locked in. I think they're number 1, and I think Anderson, I think y'all are number 4. Only 4 teams in the district with the new classification to 4A. So good thing about that, all 4 teams will advance to the regional. So that's a little bit different. You know, it's sort of thinned it out in the district, so that's only drawback to the to going to 4 classification. Sort of watered down now, but it gives teams advance easier. You automatically you're just playing for seeding in the district. So, but the Clinton Dragons, I saw the AP poll today. They are up to number 2 in the AP in Class AAA. 18-2, I believe, and I saw where I think Jackson Garner was. He's up for Mr. Basketball in Class 3A. So, congratulations to Jackson Garner. Also in 4A, the Morristown East Hurricanes, they're ranked number 2 in the state according to the AA poll, and Bearden in at number 7. Also in 3A, there's more local teams. The AP poll has Granger at number 4, Greenville at 5, and Fulton at 6. And Fulton gave Clinton one of their losses this year, and they will have a rematch at Clinton, I believe, February the 1st, which will be next week. And also, as I mentioned, Greenville, they got them at 5, and they beat Granger by about 30 points early in the season, so I don't know about that poll, but you have to play it out on the court, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
And in 2A, you have, going back to 4A, Beach is ranked number 1 in the state. They are 23-0. In 3A, it's Jackson Southside, ranked number 1 in the AP. They are 14-2. 2A, East Nashville, ranked number 1 at 17-2. And in 1A, it's Pickett County. They are 16-3. And North Green, ranked number 6 in 1A, they are 20-4. So Huskies, pretty good season. I know Coach Brad Jones, he always likes to go up to North Green and play. We had a sub-state game there a few years ago. It was very controversial, but tough place to play up there, I guess, in North Green. But let's get back to these young men here and visit with them some more. Strengths and weaknesses. Connor, what would you say your strengths is as a basketball player?
I'd say all around offense, mostly shooting. That'd probably be my strengths. I'd say those are my biggest ones.
And what would you say your range is?
I don't know.
You have NBA range?
Say, yeah. I'd say I got past that.
When you go to the next level, do you the coach talk to you what position you might be playing?
I'll probably be playing the 2 is what we're thinking right now. Yeah.
And what would you say are some of the things you need to work on?
Probably getting quicker on defense and still getting more athletic. I mean, and being more vocal. I feel like I've really improved on all of those things over the last year, but those are definitely the things that I still need to improve on.
Do y'all work out during the season with weights?
We don't as a team, but I do personally.
Okay. And Carter, what would you say as a sophomore, what's some of your strengths?
Shooting and getting guys open looks.
And do you like to penetrate and dish it out?
Yeah, I try to sometimes.
And I know you got pretty good range offensively as well. Do you like to shoot the 3?
Yeah.
Or the mid-range jumper?
I like the 3 better.
Like the 3 ball?
Yeah.
And we had that big game last week against Scott, and so I know Coach Wallace depends on you for that a lot. And what were some of the weaknesses in your game you think you
Probably communication and defense as well.
just helping out on the weak side,
Yeah.
helping your teammates out? And do you play any other sports?
No, growing up I played football as well, and then picked up golf in middle school, and I just stuck to basketball once I got to high school.
Okay, what about you?
Baseball.
Baseball, right? I know you're a baseball guy too.
Yep.
Pitcher, right?
Yep, that's
And,
correct.
So, are you getting ready for a baseball season yet?
Just starting. Just about to start getting ready.
And you have a new coach this year at Anderson County baseball, right?
Yep, it was our assistant coach last year, Coach B.
Coach Josh Boynton, and you looking forward to playing for him?
Yep,
So you're a pitcher, right?
correct.
So how'd that go last year pitching?
I pitched really well. I pitched a lot better than I expected, a lot better than I thought I would. I opened up the season with a no-hitter, which I didn't even know I had until they told me after the game. And then I felt like it went really well. We played pretty well throughout the season as a team as well, but just came up short.
And you're a left-hander, right?
Correct.
Do you have a natural curve or what?
Yep, the ball moves without me even having to do anything.
What pitches do you throw?
Fastball, a slurve, which is kind of a mix between a slider and a curveball, and a changeup.
And forget what I was going to ask you there. Or was baseball-wise, what kind of team is the Mavericks going to have this? Y'all return several players?
Yeah, almost everybody's coming back except for Tigo, who was our starting catcher last year, which we're going to miss him a lot, and Jacob Brock, who also started for us last year, so we're going to miss those two. But we've pretty much got the same exact team. Connor Tackett won't be playing this year either because he's hurt, and so he decided that it'd be better for him to take the year off and recover. And so, but other than that, everybody else is returning. So I think we'll be even better this year than last year because the change of classification, it allows us to have a better opportunity to win games.
Yeah, baseball's going to 4A too, and softball, and so it'll be same district, I guess, Halls and Scott and
Yep.
Clinton.
Same one.
So I know Halls is always has a good baseball tradition
Yeah.
program there with Coach Poston, been there a long time. And How did y'all fare against Halls last year?
We beat them once, and I think we lost it 3 times, I want to say. I think that's what it was.
So that'll be interesting. You're in baseball. You wouldn't have to go through a Farragut or
No.
so a little bit easier on the teams. You don't have to play the much larger schools. I know there's some good teams in baseball though, and Seymour. They're a pretty good school. They play in the 3A as well, so that's a possible region opponent.
Right.
So switching back to basketball, Carter, do you have any pregame rituals?
Not really, nope.
What's on your playlist when you listen to music for the game, or
NBA YoungBoy.
NBA YoungBoy?
Yeah.
What about you, Connor?
I mean, I pray before every game, and whenever I listen to music, I just listen to rap. It just depends on the day, depends on what I'm feeling, who I listen to.
I know I was going to ask you, Eric Trevica, where you're going to your college basketball, they have a baseball program?
They do.
Are you possibility of maybe playing
I mean,
baseball?
they said I could, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to or not, because I don't know if I want to have 0 free time, because if I do that, I don't know if I'll have any free time at all to do anything outside of that. But they're ranked, I think, 6th in all D2 schools in the preseason rankings.
In the baseball?
Yep.
And what do you plan to study there?
I'm thinking electrical engineering.
Okay. And it's getting back to yourself. I know before you came to Anderson County, you played at Grace, right? And
Yep.
when were you at Grace?
I transferred to Grace as a 5th grader, and then was there throughout middle school, and then my freshman year I played there, and then transferred to Anderson County my sophomore year.
And what made you come to Anderson County? I know, I think I talked to your father. I think y'all sort of grew up, you lived in Clinton?
My dad kind of grew up, and his parents lived there, so they kind of have always been around that area. So we just kind of, I don't really know how we ended up at Anderson County, but we just kind of did.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we did.
Yeah. I'm sure Coach Wallace, glad you did as well. Do you have a favorite team in sports? I know we talked about Duke. I mean, in pro. You have
The Lakers. The Lakers are my
Lakers.
favorite. They've been my favorite since I was little, ever since Kobe. I was a big
And
Kobe fan.
Speaking of Kobe, this is the 2nd anniversary of his tragic death. So yeah, it's hard to believe that's been 2 years, but it was pretty tragic.
Yeah.
And you have was Kobe your favorite player? You
Yeah,
said?
he was. Yeah.
But you, Connor, or Carter, talked about your favorite team. You really don't have it, but professionally, you have a favorite?
No, not really a favorite team. I just really like Kyrie.
Kyrie Irving. Try to pattern your game after him a little bit.
I wish, but yeah.
He's a pretty good player, isn't
Yeah. Super quick.
he? Yeah. Can you dribble between your legs like him does?
Not as fast, no.
Yeah. You still got time to improve on that. What's your long range go? Would you like to play? I'm sure you like to play in college.
Yes. I haven't really thought of anything outside of college. Just really just focused on that right now.
Still a few years away from that.
Right.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take our second break of the night, and we'll be right back to visit more with Connor Martin and Carter Nelson, the team members for Anderson County Maverick basketball. So give us a call. We'll be right back. You're watching Locker Room Chat.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We'll buy it on the spot and we'll pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
For 14 years, Subaru and our retailers have been sharing the love with those who need it most. Now Subaru is the largest automotive donor to Make-A-Wish and Meals on Wheels, and the largest corporate donor to the ASPCA and National Park Foundation. Get a new Subaru during the Share the Love event, and Subaru will donate $250 to charity.
Earl Duff Subaru in Kingston is proud to support both national and local charities during the Subaru Share the Love event.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
All right, welcome back into the locker room, Chad, and the Vols are victorious tonight, 78-71 over the Florida Gators. So maybe Eric Oakes will call in. He's a big Florida fan. I don't know if he will call in tonight though. But, phone lines are open. You'd like to question or comment as we're chatting with Connor Martin and Carter Nelson. Carter's a sophomore point guard for Anderson County, and Connor is the senior, 6'6" senior, going to Trevica Nazarene to continue his basketball career and his education. So just give us a call. And guys, I'll talk some more with y'all. Carter, when you're not playing basketball, what's your hobbies?
Hang out with friends or play video games, probably. About it.
What's your favorite video game?
Fortnite or 2K.
Yeah. Are you Kyrie? Play NBA 2K or?
No, just random teams.
Oh, it's random.
Yep.
What about you, Connor?
Pretty much play video games or watch movies, one of the two.
What's your favorite movie?
I really like all the Marvel movies. I've started getting into those this year. Watched through all those. I really can't pick a favorite out of all of them.
Have you been to see Superman?
Spider-Man?
I mean Spider-Man?
Yep, I went and watched that the week after it came out.
I haven't seen that yet. How would you rate that?
It's a 10 out of 10. I think it's a really good movie.
Is it the best Spider-Man movie?
Yeah. If you've seen all the other ones, it makes a lot more sense too. So.
I haven't seen it yet. I've been wanting to, maybe this weekend. Okay. So, Connor, what's it like playing for Coach Wallace?
It's interesting. We'll put it that way. I'm just kidding. I like Wallace. I love him. Love him as a coach.
Does he get pretty intense at times?
Yeah, he can. He can get intense whenever things aren't going the way they want them to, but at the same time, he'll love you all the time.
And what about you, Carter? What's it like playing for Coach Wallace.
It's intense sometimes, but I like him.
And you said something off the air about Coach Stewart maybe calling in. Or
I wish he would.
what's it like playing for Coach Stewart? He's almost like another coach, ain't he? I know he head coach there at South Doyle, so he's a good addition there to the staff last season.
I really like Coach Stu.
Yeah. And, so give us a call, a question or comment for these young men. And going back to what was, say, your favorite subject is in school?
I don't really like none of it, but if I had to pick math.
And what kind of math do you have?
I just finished geometry last semester.
Geometry, yeah, okay. So we got a call coming in. What would say your favorite subject in school?
I'd say it's probably science and then closely followed by math. So.
What kind of math do you have this year?
I took dual enrollment stats the first semester.
So you're earning college credit?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
We got a call. Let's take it. You're on the locker room chat. Go ahead. We got to put our earbuds in. Let's see.
Yeah, I was wondering how these guys got their hair to look so good on TV tonight.
Go ahead, caller.
I was just wanting to see how these guys make their hair look so good for TV tonight.
This is Coach Couples, right?
That's right.
I'm not picking you up. Did you say that? Repeat that question. Did you hear it, Carter?
Yeah, he was asking about our hair, how we got it to look so good.
Oh, about their hair? Yeah, I know it. I was going to ask Carter about his hair. He don't have his man bun. I don't know if it's a man bun or what do you call that when you wear it up?
I guess a man bun.
Like an Indian or something.
Yeah.
What about you? Connor's got some good hair going on. He's cut it a little bit, I think.
Just kind of get out of the shower and run my feet or run a towel through it and then go with however it looks, hope for the best.
Any other questions there, Coach Couples?
Well, I just wanted to tell these guys that they're doing great and they're fine young men, and it's been my pleasure to get to coach them also. But I was kind of hurt today to mention me earlier when they were talking about how great the coaches are.
What'd say, Carter? My earbud's not working.
Say it again, Cup.
I said I just wanted to let everybody know these guys are two fine young men, and I enjoy coaching them. And I don't know why they didn't mention me earlier when they were talking about the coaches.
Oh, I enjoy playing with you.
I know, I'm just messing with you. Thanks for listening. Y'all doing great. That's what God is saying.
Thank you.
Assistant coach Mitch Couples, y'all didn't mention him. He's head coach of the girls this year. He sort of got double duty, and I guess he spends more time with the girls now than he did with the guys. But I know Coach Couples is an outstanding coach as well, and y'all have a terrific staff there with Coach Wallace all the way down to Coach Bingham. Coach Bingham, it hasn't been too long ago since he played there at Anderson County, so I know he's more so y'all's guys' age, and probably can talk to y'all a lot about different things as opposed to some of the older coaches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But thanks for calling in there, Coach Couples. We got about 10 minutes left in the show, and actually y'all some other things here let's like to talk about. What's that? Got another call? Got some more calls coming in. Get the earbud in there. This one earbud wasn't working, Chandler, so let's try it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
I'm calling to ask who's the funniest on the team.
This is Bryson. Go ahead, Bryson.
Just gonna ask who's the funniest on the team.
Who's the funniest?
Yes.
Me, for sure.
Is this Bryson Val?
Yes.
No.
Now, Bryson, talk about that dunk you had against Oliver Springs.
I thought the dunk was cool.
What'd he say?
He said he thought his dunk was cool.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a way to end a game, isn't it? I heard Zeke said his dunk was better.
No, I'd say my dunk is just a little bit better, but Zeke's was pretty good.
I think y'all are tied right now. Are you 1-1, or do you have more than one dunk this year?
Yeah, me and Zeke during practice always have competitions on dunks and stuff, and I usually get the upper hand on them, but
He said he's going to get more dunks before the season's over.
we'll probably have to see. We usually don't get the opportunity to dunk it much, but now that we got our first ones in, we'll try a little bit harder to get some more.
What about these two guys up here, Bryson? You ever played them one-on-one?
Yeah, I played Connor Martin one-on-one, and he just stroked a three right in my face. So.
Threw one back in your face, did he?
Yeah, and then Carter, he's just super quick, and he just dribbled right by.
Just dribbled right by you, huh?
Yeah.
Say you could take them on the football field, though, couldn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a pretty athletic player, and I really enjoy watching you play.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you calling in. You got any other questions or comment?
No, the only question was who's the funniest on the team, and I think I know that answer.
Okay. Well, we thank you for calling in.
Yes, sir.
Good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
What was that? What did Bryson say there at the end?
He said thank you, and that he wanted to know who the funniest on the team was.
That's yourself, right?
Oh yeah.
Who keeps y'all loose on the team? Who would y'all say?
I don't really know.
In the locker room. Was
Zeke.
it Bryson?
Zeke, yeah, I'd have to say Zeke's the one that keeps everybody loose.
Zeke and
Sometimes it can be a bad thing, but it's always funny.
what about who gets you fired up? Who's the vocal?
I would say probably Brandon McGee.
Yeah, he probably.
I could see that. He plays he's pretty
He's definitely the most vocal.
yeah. He's fiery on the court, ain't he? What was that technical he got last night? What was that about?
We didn't agree with the call, and he had said something to the ref, and the ref didn't like it, and he gave him a technical.
Yeah, I like how Brandon plays. Also, his brother Ryan, they really play hard and
yeah, they're super physical.
yeah, aggressive, and I like their style. We got it. Thanks for the call, Bryson, and got a few minutes left in the show, and let's see. Got some other questions here for you guys here to end the show. But first off, the season for the Mavericks. What's the plan from here on out? You know, we haven't won a game yet in the district. So, Carter, what do you think down the stretch? What's it going to take to win out here, advance, maybe make a good show? I know the district tournaments. I think Anderson County's hosting it, so.
Right. Like I said earlier, it probably just come down to rebounding and physicality.
And Connor, you excited about the district tournament to be at home?
Oh yeah, really excited about that. I think we have the best rims now of anybody that we've played since we got our new ones. I don't think there's any better rims around here.
think y'all can make some noise?
I think we can surprise some people. I think there's a real chance that we surprise a lot of people.
You have your chance there against Clinton that first game.
Yep.
So it should be a packed house. I know you're looking forward to that, and maybe play a little bit better, maybe a closer game, I know definitely capable of that.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to ask y'all some speed round questions here real quick for the end of the show, and we'll start with Connor, what's your favorite food?
I'd say steak. Specifically filet. Yeah.
And, favorite place to eat?
Out of everywhere I've ever eaten, probably Ruth Chris.
Chris, okay, you got good steaks.
I don't get to eat there much. I've only eaten there, I think, twice, but that's probably my place.
How much time you say?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, I've never been to Ruth Chris.
It's really good. If you ever get the chance to go, I definitely would go.
It's pretty expensive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's why I've only been twice.
What about you, Carter? What's your favorite food to eat?
Boneless wings.
And your favorite restaurant?
Fast food, Taco Bell for sure, but sit down, probably Texas Roadhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good one.
Do y'all go anywhere after the game as a team or players? Some of y'all go out and eat?
Yeah, it's usually Waffle House right down the road.
Uh-huh. Most of the players go there after
Yeah.
the game? Uh-huh. What about the Sonic they're building?
That would probably be the cookout on our exit, pretty much.
Yeah.
The hangout spot.
Once they get that up, it'd be a nice place to go after a baseball game.
Yeah, it'd be a nice place.
It warms up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, Carter, what's the place you'd like to visit? Do you think if you had one place you could go visit?
Probably Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Cancun? Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice. What about you?
I've always wanted to go to LA.
LA.
See what it's like.
Go check out the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a good graduation present from your parents.
Oh, yeah.
If they're watching.
Yeah.
And you have a favorite band? We talked about that earlier. Favorite music?
I don't know of any like modern bands, but my dad listens to the 80s, and ACDC is pretty good.
Yeah, AC/DC.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up with. Yeah, like that. What about you?
I don't really have a favorite band. I don't really know.
You have any hidden talents?
I have 3. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I know how to juggle, and I also know how to yo-yo. Like, do tricks with the yo-yo, not just throw it down and bring it back up.
Pretty good if you can juggle.
Yep.
It's hard to do. Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Carter? Any hidden talents?
Not that I can think of, no.
Uh-huh. And any phobias? Anything you're scared of?
Tight spaces.
Claustrophobic?
Yeah.
What about you, Connor?
Say heights.
In the heights?
Yeah.
You got about a minute left, so I'd like to give a shout out, Connor.
Shout out to my family, because I know they're watching, so shout out to them.
Okay. Carter?
I was told by Bryson Val to tell everybody that he is the best shooter on the team.
Bryson Val, the best shooter on the team. Okay, we're going to want to see that Friday night, won't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I know y'all play at Halls Friday big district game. Also Saturday at Well. Saturday also at home a makeup game with Northview Academy. I think that's a 4 o'clock tip. And girls at 2:30. So guys, I just appreciate y'all being here and
appreciate
thank you for coming in and on a short notice.
Thank you.
And good luck the rest of the season. And so that's going to wrap it up here for the Locker Room Chat. We thank everyone that called in. We'll see you next week. You've been watching Locker Room Chat.